That was one of my top 2. I'm obsessing about this. Yeah, like I take side photos of myself to see what it looks like. I mean, the weight loss. I mean, we are at the age where it's like, yes, our faces are beginning to age some. Man, does the weight loss exacerbate that. And if I just go, dude, I'm like, ooh, look at how good that looks. But then it's like, is 40s too early? I mean, am I crazy to be considering a facelift in my 40s?
Welcome to Holistic Dose. We've been through the plot twist, divorce, parenting, burnout, reinvention, and now we're doing midlife with way more honesty and way less BS. Think of us as your unfiltered friends, here to remind you that you're not too late, too old, or too far behind. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Jeanette.
So we are diving in here to season 2. We've taken a little bit of break. I'm sure you guys have all noticed.
It was unplanned. It was an unplanned hiatus.
It definitely was. And you know what? Life gets in the way, and it's okay. But we're back.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back. And, I think people just need to give themselves grace. And I think it's an important message for women. Like, we can't do everything and be everything to everyone. And sometimes you just got to prioritize. And for us, it was our primary jobs that we had to prioritize, and had a lot going on and needed to knock stuff out. And we did it. And then we're back to this.
Right, exactly. And we were able to take some time and plan out some sessions too.
I'm very excited. So one of the most exciting things is we hired a researcher. So we're going to be able to really give y'all like some hard facts on, it's not just Jeanette and Tiffany's opinions. It's okay, here's our opinions, and what do studies say? What information can we share with you on that?
Exactly. And that was one of the biggest takeaways. Honestly, that was Jeanette's idea. I'm like, this is great. Why do we feel like we need to do it all when there are resources out there that I'm not an expert in so many areas, right? You are not either, nor do we have the time. So you had this great idea of reaching out to some college students.
Yeah, I'm so big on outsourcing, like especially working women, like anything you can think to outsource. And it was like, wait, why are we doing the research here when it's not even the type of research that I've done since college?
And I've never done it. I always say I went to art school, not smart school. I mean,
yeah, like I don't even know how to access all the research databases anymore. No. I mean, unless it's legal research. So I'm like, a college kid would be better at this.
Yeah. And really could just, hopefully it's somebody that we can then keep working with for a while, and it's a good experience for them too, which I'm really all about. And somebody from a different age demographic too that we can learn from as well.
Yeah. So Tiffany and I had a whole planning session. We have, I think, 4 months of content planned out. It's going to be researched. And so today we're really just going to give you a taste of what is to come. I don't know if we're going to get through all of the topics. Maybe let's just start with like our favorites. Like out of all these, which one are you most excited to talk about, Tiffany?
Oh gosh, well, one that's really top of mind for me right now, actually, is when should I get a facelift?
That was one of my top 2.
Yes.
I'm obsessing about this.
Oh, yes. This is part of, if you ever want to join our group chat.
Yeah. Like I take side photos of myself to see what it looks like. I mean, the weight loss. I mean,
yes.
We are at the age where it's like, yes, our faces are beginning to age some, but man, does the weight loss exacerbate that.
Oh my God. And, for those of you who are new to listening to us, that was a big part of our story and our journey in how much we've lost together, combined rather, it's like over 200 pounds on GLP-1s, which is another topic we will cover a good bit of. But yeah, the skin, like people have said to me like recently, like, oh, you don't notice in your face. I'm like, I kind of do, because then once I'm like,
I didn't notice it until you did that visual where it like pulled it up. And for me, like, I mean, I'm getting like these deeper creases. And if I just go, I'm like, ooh, look at how good that looks.
Right.
But then it's like, is 40s too early? I mean, am I crazy to be considering a facelift in my 40s? And then like, what does that mean when I'm, 55, 60? So we'll get all that information to y'all and let you know.
Yeah. And then I'm so like, there was this different new things that, I mean, yes, I did a forehead lift or an eyebrow lift last year, which really helped. But now it's like the lower part. And then I'm hearing like there's other different alternatives that people can explore, such as Sculptra. So we'll talk about things like that, you know, that might be some alternatives to people, and just as we dive in. But I am going to go see our plastic surgeon on Thursday.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, keep me updated. Yeah, I mean, I've been going back and forth on, like, for a while I've been saying I'm going to get the facelift of 50, but I'm about to turn 47, and I'm like, I feel like I could use it
Right.
now. So then it's, do we invest in some other things to kind of get us to a later age? And then it's like, how much is that going to cost? Like with fillers and stuff, I got really into fillers for a short term and spent so much money. I'm like, I might as well just pay for a facelift than spend $5,000 a year on fillers.
I completely agree. Another one that's really been top of mind for me, which you know a good bit about, is this whole going no contact with parents.
Yeah.
That's kind of a personal one for me. It wasn't up until, I would say, January, the week before January 1st in the new year, when I took a step into that role with my father. So we'll talk about that, because I know that back then it was becoming a really hot topic that, you know, was covered on Oprah, and you hear about it everywhere, and that's where people are hearing about it from. But I think people just aren't talking about it as much.
When is it appropriate to go no contact for your mental health? Are we obligated to, you know, keep the lines of communication open? So yeah, I look forward to talking about that too. I'm looking forward to talking about what supplements should I be taking.
Yes.
Because as women in our 40s and in perimenopause, it's like we're inundated with, you know, constant ads and articles on take this and that. And it's like, I don't want to be taking 50 different things. So we're going to really narrow down on like, what is the science behind? What do we really need to be taking?
You know what's so funny? I have this here. It's this little iodine stick. Have you seen these little the trend on TikTok? Okay, so I went to a doctor like years ago, and she was saying something about, this is like early 30s. She was like, oh, you might be like low in iodine. And then she like swabbed the iodine on my arm. And she's like, you know, if you're not low in iodine, like that will still be there like tomorrow. And
this sounds made up to me, but I am a skeptic.
I know.
I'm like, this is bullshit.
It sounds bullshit. But then I was like, okay, I literally forgot that she swabbed my arm because it disappeared. And I was like, holy shit. So of course I got sucked in recently, and I saw a TikTok or Instagram video, and I bought the little swabs. And before we were about to record, I did a quick chat GPT asking, and they're like, yeah, it's bullshit. I was like, oh shit, because I was going to do it live and see if it's gone by the time we're done. But
have you seen the ads, those things people put on their feet, and they're like, it pulls impurities from your body?
I'm sure I've ordered those before.
Yeah.
It's bullshit too.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's bullshit. But, you know, some things that aren't necessarily backed by Western medicine, it doesn't mean that, you know, they're not legitimate too.
Right,
like I got acupuncture when we went on a recent vacation, but I will say this. I tend to be more open to things that do have some Western studies that back them, and acupuncture does. And so that's why I'm like, you know what? There are some scientific studies that say this can be helpful. So I'm going to do the acupuncture. But, you know, some of that alternative stuff, you know, is legitimate.
Well, that same acupuncture doctor sold me these gut probiotic whatever vitamins, and I felt guilty, and I bought them. And like,
I remember you saying, don't fall for it. And so I told the same guy, I was like, my friend bought them. I'm good.
Yeah, you can have my bottle. I mean, yeah, it was like $100-something, and it's like it takes so many of them a day, and I'm like, that's just too difficult for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I don't know. Peptides is another really hot topic.
Yes.
You know, a couple months ago, I started dabbling a little bit, and then I started getting a lot more serious on my schedule. Let me tell you, like life-changing.
Really? And so you're doing NAD, the copper peptide.
I'm doing a lot.
Are you doing Retta?
I am. I'm microdosing Retta.
You're microdosing.
I'm still taking tirzepatide. I'm taking kagrelintide. I'm taking Motzi. I'm taking BPC.
I don't even know what all that is. So yeah, that'll be fun to dive into.
So many. But let me just tell you, one that was really interesting to me. I mean, they're all really interesting and really good. But one story. So there's a stack of 4 of them, right? But 2 of them that are in there when it's combined, they call it like the Wolverine stack, and that's the BPC 157 and TB 500. It helps with like tissue repair and muscle repair and aches and pains. And I'm not going to give you a good description, but basically that. And they call it the Wolverine stack. Okay, so I finally started getting serious about taking it daily. And then while I'm renovating this other spa that we're opening, that I had to lift these 25 bags of these rocks, like for like yard or whatever. But
I
these
wouldn't have even been able to lift
big
them.
rocks. Yeah. They're probably at maybe like 40-pound bag, right? Whatever, right? So I had to like load them into my little wagon cart, bring it down the hall, and then open it up and then pour them out into this large area for this cactus garden I designed. And normally my back would have been out and I would have been stuck in bed for days. 4 days. I forgot that I did it.
Really?
And then a couple of days passed by and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't have enough. I had to order another 25 bags. But before that, I was like cleaning the house all day. And then that alone would sometimes throw my back out between the lifting and the moving and lifting furniture or whatever. Then went to the spa, did the other 25 bags, nothing. Not from the squats, which normally, because my legs get sore really fast, did I feel nothing in my arms at all. Like crazy. So people are able to do reps and all this stuff. And, one of my colleagues, he basically mentions it, how he, because we sell peptides at the med spa. This is not a plug, but it's also a plug. But how he explains it to people is that when you do so many squats at a gym and your legs are so sore that when you want to sit down and go to the bathroom, even that hurts. Mm-hmm. Don't feel it on this.
Wow.
You don't. It's really like the Wolverine. It's incredible.
Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to learning about that. I only know about basic ones like the NAD and then the like the glow. Those it seems like they're talked about all the time. And I started the NAD for a little while and then I just didn't stick with it, but I need to get back to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so many good ones.
I'm excited to talk about, am I a shopping addict? Because I think maybe I am.
Same.
For Christmas, Tiffany gifted me organizers and they were at my house for 10 hours and they hold away so much shit. I mean, I donate stuff that has tags on it still.
Me too, all the time.
It's crazy.
I feel so guilty.
And I really think it's that dopamine. And I buy it all online. I don't really go shopping in person. I get on my phone and I'm like, ooh, that would be great to have. It's a dopamine rush.
Buy.
Yes.
And I don't even know what's coming in the mail. I just look and I'm like, ooh, where's this from? Because it might be a third party shipper. And I can't just go like, oh yeah, I ordered those makeup wipes or ordered this. No, I just got a second shipment of the Dr. Malaxin stuff that's on TikTok. I don't know if it's because I ordered 2 sets and it's like a 5-piece set of like the eye patches, the vitamin C cream, the all this stuff. And I'm like, I just got like last week. Why did I get a second one? And beauty products and makeup is where I'm like over indexing big time. Yeah. And I'm in the process of considering renovating my condo right now and getting like new kitchen and then install cabinets for my office area and then for my bedroom built-ins. Great, right? And all these built-ins, but like what? To just keep more stuff?
Yeah.
Like, and Amazon packages and brand packages that I just don't return and you miss the window.
I am so bad about it. That's why I end up
have
having stuff with tags still. Because it doesn't work
that.
or I don't like it, but I don't take the time to return it. This is where we need to be hiring a personal assistant. Like I need someone, probably it would pay for itself.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, honestly, now that the kids are driving, well, Gabby can't drive by herself and Logan can't yet, but in a couple of months he can.
That's true. I could pay them to do that stuff for me.
Yeah, just set it out. Like, here's what I don't want. Give them access to your account. I mean, and just do it.
Yeah.
That would be really great.
Yeah. So we'll see what research says about shopping addiction because I think it's a real thing.
Yeah, we're definitely going to touch on, spring fashion like we did last year too, because, well, we're shopping addicts. Clearly.
Yeah, of course. We're not going to stop shopping.
I mean, no, I'm all about admitting we have a problem.
That's the first step. We're on step 1.
Right. Another one I'm really interested in chatting about is like why women are funny with money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, it is like really weird. I have now the funds to, for example, just work on this renovation and all these things. And I just keep going into panic. Like, should I spend the money?
So, yeah, when you initially proposed this topic, I was like, I don't know what you mean by that. But in thinking about it, I see women have a lot of anxiety about money. But I think for you, like you didn't come from money. And so
we were like middle class. Actually, we were maybe a little bit more than that. But I was always in situations where money wasn't managed well.
You didn't feel
and then
security.
There was a scramble. Yes, I didn't feel security. And that's one of my things.
Yeah. And I see that in a lot of women who are divorcing, who just, even women who make amazing money, they have savings, even women in those situations are just as anxious as the women who don't have any money. So it's like, why is that? Why do we have this money anxiety?
It's interesting to me though, that like my sisters, for example, in their marriages, the husbands handle all the finances. They don't know about like how much things cost. And there is a lot of people I know that like have no idea how much like common things cost. And I'm like,
and then if you're put in the situation where you need to be able to do that, that is definitely, and that's in the divorce. A lot of women are in that situation, and it's really frightening to think, oh, now I have to manage this.
Like, what do I do? I think also I'm really interested in still covering about like our journey on GLP-1s. Again, that's like a really big part of our journey. And I think there's a lot for people to learn from us or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're still on both of us will be on a GLP-1 forever. And I'm super interested in ones that are coming down the pipeline, like retatrutide's coming out. And now there's the oral, is it semaglutide? There's the oral one. I mean, I like the tirzepatide that I'm on, but
Me too.
I like knowing that if this stops working, now there's another option that is going to be available. And it's constantly changing. There's always going to be something to talk about in the GLP-1 realm, because, now they're being used for addiction, and there's just so much being developed in that regard.
Exactly. I would love to be able to cover talking about sex over 40 too. It's like such a hot topic.
For sure. I'm married, and are people having as little sex as me?
Right. And then I hear from older demographics, like, I have some ladies I know that are in their 60s, and they say in their friends group, that's what they immediately want to go and run and talk about immediately.
I feel like in our 40s, it's when we're at the height of our career, but we're still parenting. We're not empty nesters yet.
Right.
And so I feel like we just get sucked into the everyday life, and so our sex lives suffer. And I have read that like empty nesters, marriages and relationships improve because you just have less on your plate. So I'm guessing sex lives improves too. So we'll see.
Yeah, and you bring up an interesting or keyword there for me. It's empty nester. So that's something for me that I'm going to start working on, is a whole content series around becoming an empty nester, because I have a little over 2 years until Gabby is off to college. And I'll tell you, I had this major panic just recently, thinking it was very similar to right before I turned 40. I was like, am I in a good enough place in my career? Have I achieved enough? Should I own a home? Like all the things, like, oh my God. And comparing myself, I found myself back then, like Googling like celebrities' ages, like how old is Jennifer Aniston? How old? So, and Real Housewives of whomever, to see visually, am I, it's weird. Like when you're in your 20s, you're like, what does a 40-year-old look like? And then when you reach that age. Well, similarly, in regards to this, I started panicking, thinking, does she know everything that she should know before she goes off to college? And then I started panicking, like, oh my God, I almost like feeling a moment of embarrassment that did I not teach her everything? But also, how many things does she not know because I didn't teach her, because I don't know them myself, because my mom or my dad didn't teach me, right? So I'm like, you know what? I really want to get serious about making content, and I'm saying it out loud here because I'm working with all these influencers and everybody's making so much money. And, one of our other podcast topics that we do have coming up is speaking with an influencer that makes a good amount of money. She was able to leave her career by selling things on TikTok. So, but I'm going to capture that journey and then hopefully inspire some other parents, because I feel like people are so like, oh, I'm going to send my kid away to summer camp. And I'm like, no, I want to keep her home. Spend time with me.
And it's interesting because you talk about becoming an empty nester, and your focus is very much on like, okay, I have these couple years left. What do I need to focus on? And I'm almost the opposite. Maybe this makes me a horrible parent. I feel like I've been hyper focused on Logan. Like, what do I need to do to get this kid launched? And with Logan, like he has ADHD. So it was almost like we had to focus on it much earlier, because it was like,
right.
What do, he was not getting good grades. We had to figure all that out, and he's doing great now. But I feel like I've been so hyper focused on that now I'm like, whoa, in 2 years. And now I will still have a stepdaughter at home, but we're still like really darn close to being true empty nesters.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, who am I? Like without these kids? It's more of a focus
interesting.
on like, what am I going to do with myself?
Yes.
And so I've actually been spending time researching like wanting to like live abroad and
You're
like
right.
even buy property abroad. And I'm enjoying the research of it. Just thinking about, okay, there is a life after this, and it's actually kind of exciting. Like I'm not excited for Logan to leave home. Like it'll break my heart, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
you know, it's a hard thing to do. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you move past this hard thing and there's this other great phase of life. So I'm kind of focusing on like, what do I do now, as well as the stuff I need to be doing with Logan to be building for that part of my life.
Absolutely. I mean, well, it's funny you said that. I didn't even think about that in the terms of myself. A couple of people had asked me, are you going to be okay? Are you going to be okay? And I was like, yeah. And you know why? If I'm being honest, I dive myself so much into work. It's total escapism for me. And it's how I'll never be bored because there's always going to be work, and I can work 24/7 and no one would ever, I would never be bored. And that's not healthy.
Neither of us even mean like a 9 to 5. We figure out work. Like we're like, oh, let's do this project. Let's do that. Let's earn income this way. So work is like a creative outlet, and it's not just.
But it can also be those many things, because I am that person that likes to offer myself up to others too.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be taking on clients or anything like that, but all of a sudden I'm like, sure, I can help you and I can see it all done. It's not because I need the money, but I do love the financial extra security there too. But it's a way to escape from myself. So that's a good point, is making sure there's a balance. And I think that's what I'm going to focus my content on. It's also like whether new places we can explore together, some other daughter, but myself too. So so we're really, really excited to just be back and having these conversations again, because, honestly, midlife is just keeps giving us more and more to talk about.
Yeah,
and
it does.
Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, because we have all these great episodes that are coming up, and we would not want you to miss out on them. And so make sure you follow us along on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever listen to podcasts. And we'll see you next time with the same dose, but different conversations right here on A Holistic Dose.
Take care.
Bye.